You've created obviously a culture at Vortex that thrives on serving the customer. How have you done that on the team level where they're all bought in on this too?
So a couple things. First of all, it's very much authentic to who we are, not only as a Vortex family, but even my family. It was really a part of who my dad and my mom were. And I'll kind of give a story, because there's a couple of key things I think we need to hit on here. But one of the stories, and I think I'll bring it around so it makes sense. But years ago, this is over 15 years ago, I was going to talk to a team member. I was new to being a manager. I wanted to talk to a team member that was struggling, and I need to give them some tough feedback. And I went to my dad and I said, Dad, I need to give this person this tough feedback, but I really want them to know that I care about them. And so I'm looking for some advice. And he said, well, here's what I think you ought to do, Joe. And so I had my pen, I had my paper out, I'm ready to go. He says, I think what you ought to do is you ought to just postpone that meeting a couple days and just think about that person. I want you, when you're driving to and from work, I want you to think about that person. When you're out for a walk, I want you to think about that person. What's it like to be them? What they're going through? What's happening in their life? All these sorts of things. I just want you to really, really think about them. And then in a couple days, when you thought about it enough and you got to the point where you really care about that person, then go have the meeting. And I said, okay, well, then what? And I was really looking for tactics. And he said, well, then nothing. They'll just know that you really care about them when you have a conversation. And so that was a really key lesson for me, in that you really have to have the thing. So if you really want to have good customer service, there's a lot of tactics that I can tell you and that you can learn, but it really doesn't mean anything unless you actually care about the customers. And I really think you should, because they're the lifeblood of your business. If customers don't choose you, you don't have a business. So you really need to care, but spend some time getting to a place where you truly care about them, and then start going after tactics. And now just a few things on tactics that I'll say to really win over customers. First of all, they want speed. Speed is everything, and speed in particular in access to getting a hold of you. So if a customer calls and they have to leave messages, you better return it quickly. I mean, better yet, don't have them leave a message. I think you need to be available, or your team needs to be available. And if you're the leader, and I get it, you need to make sure you hire some people so that the availability of your business is there. The other thing I'd say is, if you don't have an answer, still reply and let them know. Let them know you're working on an answer. Don't just be a black box. And then the third thing, and this is really, really key, and there's more of this in Switch from the Heath brothers, which is a fantastic book, or you can just Google an article, Bright Spots by the Heath brothers. But one of the things is, one of the best ways to win over customers is find the bright spots. And the bright spots are when a customer tells you that you served them so well. They're over the moon. It's an email, it's in a letter, and they're telling you why they're a customer for life, why they love you. That is a strength. And strength finders, we spend too much time, we spend a good amount of time on individuals, but businesses have strengths just like people do. And when you mine the bright spots of your already existing business and you double down on them, you will double, triple, quadruple your customers. And here's the thing. They may not be the things that you think they are. They're the things that your customers think they are. And just one last point on that. I used to love to talk about our product and our features and our benefits. And then I'd go to shows and I'd talk about our products, our features, our benefits. And you know what everybody talked to me about? They talked to me about our warranty, our VIP warranty, our unconditional lifetime warranty. And most of these people never even used it. But I didn't want to talk about that, because I want to say, oh, time out. You're not going to have to use the warranty. We make really good stuff. Look at this feature. Look at this benefit. But they kept talking to us about our warranty. And when I read that in that book, it just dawned on me that, holy cow, we need to pour gasoline on this warranty and what we're talking about. That's the thing the customers want to talk about. That was one of our strengths. So when we actually doubled down on those strengths, it really was a huge momentum builder for our company.
Man, there's so many mic drop moments. I don't even know where to start with that whole piece. There's so much gold in there. Thank you for that. That's huge.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're saying, hey, Joe, stop trying to impress me and show me that I can trust you. That's what the customer is saying. Man, that's so good.